Hey everyone, welcome back to another Quantum Breaks video. Sorry for the bad lighting in this first shot here today, but it should get better in this next shots. Today we're going to be doing a review of the Battle on Scarif Lego set. Just picked this one up from Battle Packs. Pretty happy with it. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so here is our set with all of its minifigures, everything fully built. Took me about 45, maybe an hour to build. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. Probably not super exact on that. Just watching a stream while doing it, pretty chill, really easy to build. Actually, very enjoyable building process. So let's start off with our 4 minifigures, and then we'll get into the side build and then the main build. Let's go. Alright, so here's our 4 figures. We have a disguised Jyn Erso. We have a Cassian Andor, and then 2 little sand troopers, shore troopers is the correct term. So yeah, let's look at our first minifigure here, disguised Jyn Erso. So she's made to look like a landing person. In the show, they're shown with little sticks, and they like guide people onto the landing pad, which came in the TIE Striker, I believe, an actual one of these. But this one is Jyn Erso, so she has a head print there, with a kind of just normal face, or on the back, a very angry face. Now, of course, that can be covered up by her hairpiece, which they do generously include in the set, and it looks pretty good on her, but personally, I prefer with the helmet on, because then you can be like, oh, she's Jyn Erso, or she's just an Imperial. Now, the actual figure itself has a really nice print, with some leg print, and some torso print. If we look at the torso print, it's actually fairly detailed, showing the belt and all the other features of her chest plate. On the back, it's pretty basic, but, you know, just continuing on with that chest plate theme going all the way around. She comes with just a normal E11 blaster rifle, not in a special color, just black. So our next figure and our other Rebellion figure is Cassian Andor. Cassian Andor is a wonderful looking figure. You can see he has a little plaque showing his Rebellion rank. He has his ammo belt, kind of sagging low there. Not sure why, but not any of my business how he wears it. He has his shirt kind of bent down, just a basic jacket, not much leg printing and not much torso printing, especially not on the back here. But so he's not the greatest looking figure. He does have 2 faces, though. Sadly, actually, his second face print does peek through a little bit there. I'm not sure if that is a misprint or if that is something that's just inherent, because, I mean, both prints show. And he has a little bit more of an inquisitive look there versus a more normal look. Kind of angry, inquisitive, however you'd like to call it. He comes with an E11 blaster rifle in the gunmetal gray, I believe is that color, or silverish. Now, our sand troopers are both these same figures, so we're not going to go over these in any special manner, but they do look very awesome. So the back print is a nice plate with some scuffs on there showing a little bit of battle damage, and on the front you see kind of like an ammo pouch, some brown pants, and a little bit of armoring. His head is just the angry clone face, as is standard for this time for Lego. The weapon he uses is a 2-piece blaster rifle made using this double barrel gun connected to an old binocular piece. Push those together and you get the weapon that the sand troopers or shore troopers use. Pretty awesome figure. I really like the helmet especially too, which is a custom mold for this figure. A lot of detail in this mold, especially with the printing on the front even, and on the sides, just a very detailed mold in general, and I really do like it. This mold was also used for the hover tank pilots, and I believe one sort of hover tank pilot in Vader's castle. So that's our minifigure lineup for this set, so let's get into the side builds. So there's only one side build. It's not the most, exciting bit, but it is this little carrier crate, which is actually shown in the hover tank. I believe it comes with 1 or 2 of those, but you can put this on your hover tank if you'd like. Now it opens just by peeling that up. It has the 2 handlebars, so you can have a minifigure carry it, which I'll showcase later. Inside of it is this little binocular piece that your sand troopers can use, shore troopers, to spot incoming rebels. Pretty basic build. You can hold like maybe dual pistols in there, maybe. But yeah, there's nothing too special about it. Now if we take a minifigure here and snap his hand to that bar, he can carry it like that. maybe you want a second minifigure helping him carry, helping him carry it so you can kind of twist their hand around, but for some reason his hand's not twisting. Twist his hand around and he can grab it from the back and help his buddy here carry this crate to, you know, the facility or whatever. Looks pretty good. Not a bad feature, and I actually really do like it. I think it's just, I mean, I don't think it was needed, but I think there is a use for it that I will show coming up here in a minute with the main build. So yeah, let's get into the main build. So here is the main build and main attraction for this set, which has a ton of play features, and we'll start with the more obvious ones. Well, not really obvious, but in it, there are 2 dip-down panels here. So with these dip-down panels, you can per se have a Shore Trooper with his firearm charging out and firing at Jyn Erso or Cassian Andor, just charging out of the facility. And, you know, you can imagine that your Cassian Andor here, who's kind of hidden behind this little piece of, I don't really know what it is, beacon, I guess you could say, here, through a thermal detonator, or planted the thermal detonator beneath him, which this set does come with more thermal detonators, and we'll go over that. And you can push this and boom, he goes up with the plate. Now inside of this piece here, you'll see that it actually has a thermal detonator placed in there, but really the interior is not that charming, so the thermal detonator does not imagine too much to me. That feature does work really well and does really fling your figure, even if you have a figure on the plate, and flings the plate not very high, but pretty high. And if you really press down on it, it can fling it pretty high. My finger actually blocked that, so it didn't fling so hard there, but of course easy to replace and a cool little play feature. Now the other play feature in the front, there's 3 total, is this right here. So you actually have this, actually this kind of counts as side build, probably should include this with side builds, but you can pull this little armory out here. I'll just adjust the camera to put it in view. You can pull that little armory out there, flip it around, and you get 2 extra E11 blast rifles and 2 more thermal detonators, which you can imagine Cassian or Jyn Erso throwing at the shore troopers to make them explode and pop up. It also comes with this little control panel here that you can imagine is used to open the doors, or some other sort of thing. I'm not sure what you would want to use it for. Has some gauges on there. And maybe you could use this as a landing pad for a TIE fighter, although not much room, but maybe for the new TIE fighter, and we'll bring that up. But maybe for the new TIE fighter, it can be used. But yeah, pretty easy. This just simply slides in like that once you rack it like that. And then, obviously, you'd worry about it jiggling, but you can just pull these 2 pieces to the side, and it will lock in place. So, what other play features are on this front side of the set? Well, there's just a couple. So flicking this down here, so you can throw a thermal detonator and go, wow, it blew up. You then get access to opening the doors, which I like to do from the inside. You just push them open like so. Oh, okay. So you just push them open like so. Very easy, very, very easy. Actually, you can also pull on the sides here like that if you want, though I prefer pushing them open because I do find that a little bit easier and a little bit more comfortable for my hands to grasp. But yeah, that's how you open the door, and that's sort of a play feature. Not the coolest play feature, but not a bad one either. But the front of this set actually does, in my opinion, look just amazing. And overall, I really do like it. We have some nice lights and a little bit of detail, kind of showing you could use it as a landing pad or a fighting ground, whatever you choose. It does have a little bit of foliage. The foliage isn't the greatest looking, but the trees aren't horrible, and I honestly, I kind of like it. Now, on the other side of this set, which is kind of, I have a gripe about, but, you know, that's all right, is where the magic happens, I guess. So we're going to move this light so the magic can't happen in there. So zooming in down there, you see a nice little inside area where you can store your sand troopers, whether that is them working on these little panel here, which we can maybe show. Little panel there, not very detailed, just it's a printed piece. Pretty basic, or working on that panel there, which you could probably have Cassian Andor working on, not a sand or a shore trooper. Cassian Andor working on pushing the Death Star plans out to the Rebellion, because that is a little Death Star piece. Other things, now talking about the crate again, you could use this crate for, instead of, you know, putting something else in it, you could take the Death Star plans here, put them in the crate, seal up the crate, and Cassian and Jyn Erso can run off with the Death Star planes in the crate, though I do like to keep it up there because I just believe it looks a little bit cooler. Now, I did just build this set, so there's no dust on it as I'm reviewing it, but I don't know why I had to include that part. I guess I felt the need to. But yeah, there's just a little bit more of these as a stickered piece, and then some lights, not super detailed. And the whole set was a large amount of money when it first came out, so it wasn't actually the best deal. But I do like the set, and I do like having the Sand Troopers in my army because they are some awesome looking figures that are awesome and very posable around this set and really fit these shore troopers, really fit the shore kind of island-like environment. Now, that's all I have to say about this set. I hope you enjoyed this video because I know I did. I enjoyed building the set, and I love reviewing sets. Let me know if there's any other set you want me to review in specific in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.